we are going to start a new chapter, that is the oscillator. First, we have to consider what is the definition of oscillator. Many electronic devices require a source of energy at a specific frequency, which many ranges from a few hertz to several megahertz. This is achieved by an electronic device called as oscillator. Oscillators are extremely used in electronic equipment. For example, in radio and television receiver, oscillators are used to generate high frequency wave called carrier wave in the tuning stages. Audio frequency and radio frequency signals are required for the repair of radio, television and other electronic equipment. Oscillators are also widely used in radar, electronic computers and other electric devices. So now let me consider the article, the oscillatory circuit here. The circuit which produces electrical oscillation of many desired frequency is known as oscillatory circuit or tank circuit. A simple oscillatory circuit consists of a capacitor. Let us consider here it is a one capacitor and one L is a inductance coil is parallel. That means here you have to consider these both are the parallel. The electrical system can produce electrical oscillations and frequency by the value of capital L and capital C. To understand how these comes, suppose the capacitor is charged from a DC source with a polarity positive and negative here. So let us consider the explanation of this figure number 1 here. For this figure number 1, here you have to observe that switch S is open here, and in figure number 2 here you have to observe that switch S is closed here. In the position of switch, as we consider in figure 1, the upper plate of capacitor has deficit of electron and the lower plate excess of electron. Therefore, there is a voltage across the capacitor and the capacitor has electrostatic energy. So let us consider the explanation of figure number 2. When the switch S is closed as shown in figure 2, the capacitor will discharge through inductance and the electron flow will be in the direction indicated by the arrow. Here arrow indicates the direction of these. So it is like a butterfly. The circuit flow set up magnetic field around the coil. Due to the inductive effect, the current builds up slowly towards a maximum value. The circuit current will be maximum when the capacitor is fully discharged. As this instant, electrostatic energy is 0 because electron motion is greatest, that is maximum current. The magnetic field energy around the coil is maximum. So from the figure 2 we can say that the electrostatic energy across the capacitor is completely converted into magnetic field energy around the coil. So let us consider number 3. Once the capacitor is discharged, so it is explanation about number 3. Once the capacitor is discharged, the magnetic field being to collapse and produce a counter EMF. According to Lenz's law, the counter EMF will keep the current flowing in the same direction. The circuit is that the capacitor is now charged with opposite polarities, making the upper plate of capacitor negative and lower plate positive. So that we have to consider in this figure. That means we can consider that in figure 1 polarities of these positive and negative, but in figure number 2 the polarities is reverse here. So now let me consider the explanation of this figure number 4. After collapsing field, the recharge the capacitor now being to discharge current now flowing in the opposite direction. So that we have to consider the direction of this figure 1 and direction of figure 2. So direction of figure 1, that means we can consider that is in the upper direction, but for the figure 2 it is the opposite direction here. The capacitor now being a discharge current now flow the opposite direction, shows the capacitor fully discharged and maximum current flowing. The sequence of change of charge and discharge result the alternative motion of electron or oscillating current. The energy is already stored in the electric field of capacitor C and the magnetic field of the induction coil capital L. This interchange of energy between L and C separated, and it is repeated over and again, resulting in the production of oscillators. So we have to consider what is the waveform of these. If there were no losses in the tank circuit to consume the energy, the interchange of energy between L and C would continuous identify. In practical tank circuit, there are resistive and radiation losses in the coil and the dielectric losses in the capacitor. During each cycle, a small part of the originally imparted energy is used up to overcome these losses. The result is that the magnitude of oscillation current decreases gradually and it becomes zero when all the energy is consumed as losses. Therefore, the tank circuit by itself will produces damp oscillation as shown in this figure. So let me consider this figure like a dam here. So now we have to consider the next article, that is the frequency of oscillation. The frequency of oscillator in the tank circuit is determined by the constant of the circuit capital L and C. The actual frequency of oscillators is the resonant frequency for normal of the tank circuit, that is given by F is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root of capital LC. It is clear that the frequency of oscillator in the tank circuit is inversely proportional to L and C. This can be easily explained. If the large value of capacitor is used, it will take longer for the capacitor to charge fully and also longer to discharge. This will lengthen the period of oscillation in the tank circuit or equivalently lower its frequency. With a large value of inductance, the opposite charge in circuit flow is greater, and hence the time required to complete each cycle will be longer. Therefore, the greater the value of inductance, the longer is the period, or the lower is the frequency of oscillator in the tank circuit. So here completed this article of oscillator. So thank you for all of you. Have a nice day.